What's up, Pennsylvania? Give it up for Charlie. Charlie. You're doing good, Charlie. Charlie's my dog. I'm on tour with my dog right now. Yeah, I'm on tour. I'm traveling around with my dog. Things are going real good for me. We're having fun, right, Charlie? Are we having fun? Are we having fun on tour? We sure are. Here we go again. Gonna be another one of those nights. Look at those people out there, huh? They're looking at you, you're looking at them. That's what we do. That's what we do. We travel around the country and we look at people. You smell them? I smell them. What do you think of that? What do you think of the smell of Pennsylvania? It's great to be here in Jim Thorpe. Oh my gosh, Jim Thorpe. This is cool. Yeah, we've been on the road for about 5 weeks now. We started out, we were in Detroit, and we're driving around in my pickup truck. Started in Detroit, then we drove over to Flint, Michigan, try the water. Then we went over to Lansing, then Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati. Then we popped down to Ohio, and then we did some, that was Ohio. What the fuck? I'm Canadian, I don't know where the fuck I am half the time. To Hobart, Indiana. Yeah, we're hitting all the hot spots, man. Oh my God. Louisville, Lexington, and then here. Things are going good. Things are going real good. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Having fun. Driving in my pickup truck. Oh yeah. I live in a farm now. I was in Los Angeles for 20 years, but I just left Los Angeles and I moved to the country and I got a farm. I'm a farmer now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm farming radishes. I wanted to start out with something easy, you know? I went down to the gardening center the other day. I said, do you have any of that nutrient-rich soil? They said, what are you growing? I said, I'm growing radishes. They said, you're growing weed? I said, yeah, I'm growing weed. Can't get away with anything these days, huh? But this is cool to be here. This is great. I love it. I love touring. This is what I've been doing the last 15 or 20 years, been traveling around doing stand-up. I started out doing a public access TV show in Canada, then it got picked up by MTV. They moved me down to the United States of America. Oh yeah, bud. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. USA. I just moved back to Canada, by the way. Couldn't take it. No, I'm having fun. I'm having fun back in the U.S. It's nice to be back in the USA for a minute. But I did move back to Canada 3 years ago, right near where I grew up. Yeah, out in the country in Canada, just north of here, really? It is north of here. You guys have looked at maps before, right? You know where Canada is, right? It's just north of here? It's a serious question. No, it's good. It's real good. Yeah, I've been all over the world, though, doing stand-up, man. It's wild. To think that I painted pornography in the hood of my parents' car, called it the Slutmobile. Got to live my dream. I got to host Saturday Night Live. I was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. If you had told me that when I was hosting Saturday Night Live, if you had told me then that someday I would be here tonight, I wouldn't have believed it. She's doing good. We've done a couple of 100 shows now, so I'm gonna go take a seat there, huh, Charlie? Yeah, jump up. There you go. Good girl. There you go. It's like a low-budget Ringling Brothers. It's like the circus just came to town. Yeah, I've been traveling around, though. I've been all over the world. I did a show in Afghanistan. Yeah, did a show for the Taliban over there. No, they don't bring in comedy acts. No sense of humor, those guys. I was in Amsterdam. That's a weird place. Amsterdam's weird. Everyone in Amsterdam is riding around on bikes high on drugs. It's like France. I was in Australia. That's a weird place, Australia. I never thought I'd go to Australia, and then I go to Australia. They got a weird sense of humor there. When you're in Australia, without fail, every time you'll go to some zoo, some cheeky Australian zookeeper will come up to you, hand you a koala. You're holding the koala. He says, "You know, mate, a koala is the #1 carrier of chlamydia." It's fun. It's fun being on the road. I'm staying in an Airbnb tonight. Yeah, I just like it. I don't want to stay in these fancy hotels. I want to live like a local. So I like it. You're in a real person's house. Their stuff's in there. I go through their stuff. I'm wearing the guy's pants. I'm on his medication. I don't even have gout. How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Mike.
Yeah, how you doing? What's your name? What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan? How you doing, Ryan? What do you do, Ryan?
I'm an infrastructure engineer.
Infrastructure engineer. You engineer the infrastructure. That's pretty cool, huh? How long have you been engineering infrastructure for as an infrastructure engineer?
About 5 years.
5 years, okay. And what the fuck is that?
I'm not even sure yet.
You don't even know either, huh? Yeah. I can kind of tell by the look of the roads around here. No, that's fine. He's doing a good job. Come on. Come on. He's doing a good job. Come on. Let's give all our infrastructure engineers a hand. Come on. A tough job. A tough job, infrastructure engineering. Engineering the infrastructure. Tough job. Still don't know what the fuck it is. Hey, what's your name?
Ellen.
Ellen, what do you do, Ellen?
Ellen.
Helen? Okay, good. Sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Sorry that I mispronounced.
Airbnb superhouse.
You're an Airbnb supervisor. Okay, cool. Well, that's okay. Shit, man. Well, you know, somebody's missing a bottle of gout meds. You know who the culprit is. I don't know. Everyone's popping these gout meds these days, huh? Everybody's popping these gout meds these days, huh? Am I right? How about you, man? What's your name? No, you, sir. The guy's eyes I'm looking directly into. What's that? Eric. What do you do, Eric?
I write books.
You write books. Wow, that's pretty cool. That would be an author, right? Yeah, I read. I know what a person is called who writes books. No, I do. I've read books before. What about you, sir? A content creator, okay, so unemployed, got it. Got it. Amazing. Don't worry, that's what I do too. It's a fun way to make people, it's fun when you explain to people what you do, right? It's like, I point my phone at stuff. What kind of content are you creating? Video games on Twitch. So you play video games all fucking day. Probably making more money than me tonight. Wow, that's the world we're living in, huh? That's the world we're living in, huh? Remember you had to write a book or something? You just sit around and play fucking video games all day. What video game do you like to play?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Oh, that sounds really healthy. Nice talking to you. Good seeing you. I got a farm. I moved back to Canada and I got a farm and I love it. I got a mule and a donkey and I ride my mule around the farm. She's a big mule. She's this tall, 16'3" hands, if you know what that means. She's a big mule. And her name is Fanny. And she's really smart. She's figured out that I don't know what I'm doing. And she refused to turn left for several months, so we would just spiral around in circles till we both got dizzy and then quit. Things are better now, and I'm enjoying it. I'm figuring it out. If you follow me on my social media, you can see Fanny and I figuring each other out, and it's a lot of fun. This is the next chapter in my life. I was in Los Angeles for 20 years, but I decided to move back to Canada. I got a place out in the country and went home. For this final chapter. Went home to where I'm from, like a salmon swimming upstream to spawn and then die in a puddle of its own jizz. That's what I'm living on a farm. I've got no kids. I'm 53 years old. I'm basically fucking dead. I'd like to have kids. I'm gonna wait till I'm 60 to have kids, just so I'll know them when they're nice, and then I'll die. You know, they'll go to college, ask for money for college, and I'll die. Right? That'll be perfect timing, really. It's just a big responsibility. I don't know if I can handle it at this point in my life. I got a lot to do with all the radishes and the mule riding. We have parents here, I'm sure, right? It's a big responsibility. I don't know if you people when you wait till you're 53 and you still don't have kids, all your friends have kids, and they come up to you and they say, "Tom, you got to have a kid. Best thing I ever did." Yeah, of course you're going to say that about your irreversible decision. I'm on to you guys. Trying to suck me into your nightmare, right? Misery loves company. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, and I'm here. Yep, I love it. I love doing this. I appreciate you guys coming up to the show. I can't believe this. How cool is this? 2 sold-out shows in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. I mean, this is, wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I still got it, baby. I still got it. You know, I remember when I was a kid, I was 28 years old, the show got picked up by MTV. I wrote the song called the Bum Bum Song in about 12. Went to #1 on Total Request Live, not Britney Spears off the countdown. She was like, what the fuck, you know? Then Eminem did a parody of it. Basically his next single, his biggest single, bam, 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 bam. I just wanna go on TV and let loose, but can't. But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. My bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips. And if I get lucky, I'll give it a little kiss, right? That's the Bum Bum Song for crying out loud. Eminem, the GOAT, the GOAT. I got the goat rapping about me humping a dead moose. That's gonna follow a guy. You know, when I humped that dead moose, I had no expectation that people would ever see that again. It was before the internet. I put it on a public access show. The idea was people would watch it, and then they'd go talk about, hey, there's this fucked up guy humping moose and shit. And then they'd tune into the show, and they'd see me doing something a little more normal, like spreading poo in a microphone and sticking it under people's faces and stuff. Just something nice like that. Said the internet came along and the biggest artist of all time is singing about me humping a dead moose. That's gonna follow a guy. It's like if the Beatles were singing about me humping a dead moose. I'm not gonna live that one down. Hey Jude, just wanna let loose. Go on TV, let Tom Green and hump a dead moose. Come on. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. No, it's fine. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. The moose was dead, my pants were on, everything's fine. Not sure what being dead, if that makes it better or worse, but anyways. Here we go, right on cue. Literally right on cue. It's like, you know, you go on the road, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's so great to have you here. My biggest fan, yelling out lines from the Raspberry Award-winning film Freddy Got Fingered. Thank you. The most critically reviled film in the history of cinema. Thank you very much. And so beloved that this narcissist lady can't shut the fuck up. I mean, it's just amazing. Thank you so much. No, well, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. You're a nice person. Thank you. I don't come to your work and slap the dick out of your mouth, but no, I appreciate it. No, that's the thing. That's the thing to say. No, it's okay. That's the thing to say at comedy shows when people yell out unexpectedly. It's a standard thing. But you're a nice person. How much fun is this? I'm having fun. I'm good time. When I say chicken, you say sandwich. Chicken! That resets it. It's like we're starting again. No, I've been doing this a long time. I know. I know how to reset things. It's a little chicken sandwich reset. That's what I call it. It's not a standard technique in stand-up comedy. I don't think Carlin or Pryor did it, but, I'm coming up with some new shit. What a beautiful theater, too. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, it's incredible. Such a nice place. Can't believe they let me in here. Unbelievable. Yeah. 53 years old, no kids, traveling around the country, telling people to shut the fuck up. I really gotta grow up. I would like to have a kid. I think my mom wants me to have a kid, because she'll say stuff to me all the time that kind of brings the subject of me having a kid up without bringing the subject of me having a kid up, because she keeps bringing it up. Maybe I'll rebel, so it's like reverse psychology. Like the other day, whenever she comes over, Charlie will run up to my mom and she'll look at Charlie, she'll look at me, she'll look back at Charlie, she'll say, "Come to Grandma," and she'll look back at me. So Mom, when you say "come to Grandma" to the dog, it makes me feel like a failure. So then my mom spits in an envelope. I say, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm sending our DNA into Ancestry.com. I don't want you sending my DNA into some public database, Mom. That's an invasion of my privacy." She says, "What do you care?" I say, "Well, I murdered someone in high school and got away with it." Mom rips up the envelope. "Okay, I won't do it then." Mom's got my back. But I think the point of the matter is I think we all have to think a little bit more about what we're doing with these phones, man. You see something that says you can send your DNA into a database and then you can... That's an invasion of our privacy. That's an invasion of our privacy. You don't even have to do it yourself. A distant relative, they could send in their DNA to one of these databases. That DNA is connected to your DNA. Let's say someday you do have to murder somebody. And you get away with it. Now you got to spend the rest of your life wearing hairnets and rubber gloves just because Aunt Maggie needed to know she was 3% Pachinga. The other day, my house was built, my mommy, I'm 53 years old, I'm talking about my mommy. What is going on with me? My house was built in 1857, around the same year that this place was built. It's a log farmhouse built by pioneers. And my mom and dad, my mommy and daddy, they have all this antique furniture in their house that they've had for generations, right? And they know that antique furniture would look nice in my log farmhouse. And my mom wants me to have a kid, so she'll say things to me like, "Oh, okay, so I guess if you're not going to have any kids, I guess we'll probably have to leave our antique furniture with your cousin Jill. When we pass away, we're going to leave the antique furniture with your cousin Jill so she can leave it to her kids and it will stay in the family." And I actually start contemplating throwing my life away for a walnut hutch. I don't know if I'd want to have a kid today, though, because you got to be honest with your kids today. No, wait, that's not what you got to do. Okay, no. That's what I want. I want to be on. I'm writing a new special right now. I haven't finished yet. We are filming, by the way. See, we've got one camera, so it's really good. It's going to be. But that camera there, we got another one back there. Two cameras, actually. We're pulling out all the stops. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's a new show. It's a stand-up special. It's called Tickets Still Available, and coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. No, it's going to be on Amazon Prime, actually. I'm really excited. Check it out. Yeah, it's a professional. I'm a professional person. Things are going good for me. Things are going good, okay? I got a mule, okay? I got a mule and I have 6 chickens, all right? Well, I had 6 chickens. 5 of them are dead now, but that's fine. They lived for a couple of months. Laid a lot of eggs, egg-laying hens, my cholesterol through the roof, that's fine. My cholesterol is through the roof, that's fine. It's okay, everything's fine. The chickens are dead, that's one survived, Loretta survived. She's the lone survivor. They're making a movie about her with Mark Wahlberg. It's gonna be great. I would bring Loretta in the house and I'd play piano for her and she goes, and I love her so much. Possibly because she's the one that's alive. I'm riddled with guilt whenever I think about the dead ones. I cried, real tears too, real tears. I was so sad when my chickens died. My neighbors are real farmers too, and they came over and they said, they saw the feathers everywhere, right? The chickens were gone. Chickens were gone. I went into town, came back, the chickens were gone. There's feathers everywhere. My neighbors came over, and they're real farmers, my neighbors. And I asked them, do farmers cry? He said, not over their dead chickens. So my neighbors think I'm a pussy. They're great, though. My neighbors are great. I like living in the country. I like it better than Los Angeles. Los Angeles was getting weird. I had a fun time there for 20 years, but it was getting weird. Too much money in Los Angeles. You don't want to have the kind of money that people have in Los Angeles. People make too much money too fast, then they don't know what to do with it. They go out and spend it all on some sports car they're not qualified to drive. They end up dead. James Dean, great actor, not a great driver. It's a bad situation. You don't want to, seriously, it's a cautionary tale living in Los Angeles. You meet a lot of billionaires and they're just bored. They don't know what to do with their money. They go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my kid down to the Titanic in a refurbished propane tank. Controlled by nothing but a Nintendo GameCube joystick. They're not smart. They're not smart. They just got lucky, these people. John Denver got an experimental aircraft. That experiment ended in the Gulf of Mexico, right? Should have listened to his own song. Country roads take you home, not experimental aircraft. I met JFK Jr. once. He could have been president. Instead, he also wanted to be a pilot. Too bad. His father said, life is unfair, and he said that before he got shot in the head. I'm just saying. That guy knew how to make a point, okay? Too soon? I got it. Okay. I'm just saying, it's terrifying. You get too much money, you don't know what to do with it, you buy some sports car you're not qualified to operate. The guy, here's a Segway, the guy that invented the Segway died by driving a Segway off a fucking cliff. That's a true story, by the way. So just be careful what you wish for. You don't want to have that kind of money. The great Sam Kinison died in his Corvette driving to Vegas. His last words were, "Fuck it, bitch!" Loved him. He was great. A little too dark, I guess. It's Saturday night. I guess we should probably lighten it up a little bit. Remember when you were a kid, you could tell who the other kids were who were the children of alcoholics based on the ones who carried their marbles to school in that purple velvet whiskey bag? Canadian whiskey. I went to the Container Store to buy a box. They said, would you like a bag for that? A bag for my box? Is it free? They said, yes. I said, give me the free bag, keep your overpriced box. I just want something to put something in, man. Right? Went to an Ethiopian restaurant the other day. I was curious. I was always under the impression they didn't have food in Ethiopia. And the service was slow. By the time the waiter got to the table, I was practically starving. The menu was limited. They said, we're all out of everything and waiting for the Red Cross. Hey, don't be that guy that when you eat a banana, you rip a little piece off, put it in your mouth, rip a little piece off, put it in your mouth, because you don't want to look like you're eating a dick. Come on, man, it's the modern world. Just shove it in there. Get that shit in there, man. Lighten up a little bit, Pennsylvania. Come on. Yep, that's the kind of night it's going to be. Yep, that's what it is. This is what I do now. Yes, I've really elevated. My comedy has elevated. I've gone from, Daddy, would you like some sausage, to shoving fucking bananas in my face and pretending, no, it's okay. When I say chicken, you say sandwich, chicken. We're fine, everything's fine again. That's what you gotta do. No, it's a good thing, it's a technique. Charlie, you're doing really good. Charlie's doing good. Look at you. Charlie, you're doing so good. Charlie, you're doing so good. Look at you. You're doing good. Charlie's doing good. You're doing good. Just fucking around. I'm in a good mood. Okay, that's fine. Hey, I'm allowed to be in a good mood, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, good. We're having a good time. We're having a good time, Charlie. You're doing good. She didn't used to always sit in the chair. So where are you going? Is it poop poo time? It's poop poop time. Time to take a poo. Time to take a poo. Poop 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 poo. A poop 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 poo. A poop poop poo is what I do. I like to take a poo poop 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 poop. It's like the Bum Bum song guy. You're not gonna get away with. Can't take a shit in front of the Bum Bum song without getting a poo poo song. Okay. Well, thanks for coming up. You're a nice person. Hey! It's silly. We're just having a good time, sir. It's okay. Everything's fine. I love you too, sir. Yeah, that's why we get into show business. You go around the country and having dudes yell that they love you. All right, there we go. That's more like it. I'll meet you both behind the dumpster after the show. What's that mean? Hey! Yeah, Charlie is a rescue from the Bahamas. Which is amazing, you know, because so when I was living in Los Angeles when I got Charlie, and they brought her from the Bahamas to California, and then right after I got Charlie, I decided to move back to Canada in the winter. And I saw her looking around the snow-covered fields, thinking, I'd rather be on the beach eating trash. No, you love the farm, right, Charlie? You're gonna be back there the day after tomorrow. Yeah, this is the tail end of our tour. We've done about 45 shows in this tour, and this is our second last one, so. Yep, oh yeah. You'll be crushing squirrel skulls in no time, Charlie. Oh, you should see her crush a squirrel skull. Oh my God, she's incredible. I don't encourage it, but when she does it, I'm quite proud. I saw her develop the strategy, you see. At first she couldn't catch him. She's extremely fast, but then she realized if she started from 100 yards back, and then she worked up to maximum speed, when by the time she got to the bird feeder, she'd be going so fast she'd be right on top of them before they heard her, and then she just crushed their skulls. It's really very impressive. And the sound it makes, it's like, it's really just incredible. Love you so much. Love you so much. Yeah, no, if we're ever in a situation where, you know, there's a supply chain shortage, I'll be eating squirrel every night, that's for sure, because of this one right here. Oh yeah. I live out in the woods, man. We got bears, and wolves, and coyotes, and all sorts of it's actually a lot like here where I live. It's very much exactly like here. If you go on, if you follow my, my social media and stuff, you can see that it looks just like this. It really does feel quite. I feel like I'm at home here. It's really amazing. And I love it. I like to go out in the woods and just sit there. I like it. I usually bring a lever action rifle with me, and I ride my mule. I'm strapping the rifle up onto the mule, and then we ride deep out into the wilderness, and then I hitch Fanny up, and then I sit on a log, my lever action 308, and I just wait and just listen for twigs snapping. And I just visualize an apex predator, like a North American black bear, jumping up from a bush and just ripping my jugular vein right out of my neck. And it just feels good. It feels really good. No, because it's a good way to get in the moment. You know, it's hard to stay in the moment in the modern world. You can find yourself distracted by the future or the past. You start thinking about the past too much, you're going to be depressed. Especially if you're me. And the future will fill you with anxiety. Don't think about the future. You got to think about the present. And the only way to think about the present is you have to have something that really is overwhelming that you have to pay attention to. A lot of us get stuck on social media and scrolling through our phones all day. But you can put that phone away, go out in the woods, and just sit there and just hope that a large animal doesn't eat you. It's the best feeling in the world. And it's, I'd say, the number one way to feel happy. Go to the woods and try to survive. That's what I do every day. I take a little walk out into the woods and I love it. These phones are making us nuts. I think these phones are I think the phones is what's causing so many of the problems that we have in our society now. It's the phones. It wasn't like this before the phones. All this division. It's not the political situation. The political situation's always been exactly the same since I was a kid. But when I was a kid, I wasn't arguing about politics. Teenagers today argue about politics. When I was a teenager, all I cared about was skateboarding, drinking beer, and lighting fires. Now you've got teenagers, like when I was a kid, I remember being 16 years old, I never remember having an argument about Michael Dukakis. I didn't give a fuck about Michael Dukakis. But now you're on your phone all day and your phone's telling you what you're supposed to believe, right? It's an algorithm. The more you watch a certain video, they'll give you more of that video. And then the more of that video you watch, the more of those kinds of videos you'll get. You get more of those kinds of videos. And then it sees who your friends are, and then make sure your friends are getting those kind of videos too. And now you're all watching those kinds of videos. And it gives you the stuff that you already believe, and then it makes you believe it even more. And then the more you see it, the more you feel really smart. So then you want to stay on because your phone's making you feel really smart. You're just giving all your money to these billionaire fat cats that own Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. We're being manipulated. I tell you, it's an algorithm. I know for a fact it's an algorithm. I've seen it happen because I'm on this phone all day, okay? I'm on the phone all day. I can't get off the damn thing. I checked my screen time today, 60 hours. That's for today. I wake up in the morning and I reach over and I grab my phone off the bed and I'm on TikTok. And my algorithm's messed up. I'm watching Karens getting arrested and tased. It's like all I watch. I remember I used to watch comedy shows and fun dramas like LA Law. Now I just watch Karens getting arrested and I love it, by the way. I love it. What are you doing? I didn't do anything. Stop resisting. Stop fucking resisting. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. Let me see inside your purse. You stole some fucking fruit roll-ups. No, I didn't steal any fruit roll-ups. I didn't. Why are these fruit roll-ups in here? Stop resisting. Stop fucking resisting, bitch. Stop fucking resisting, bitch. I fucking love it, man. Like before a coffee, you watch 3 or 4 Karens getting arrested and tased. That is just amazing. It's just a great way to wake up. But it's not healthy. When I was a kid, we had Faces of Death. That's all we had. There was like some dusty VHS tape that was hidden behind the pornos in the video store. You go down there and you take it home and you'd watch it and then you'd see real deaths. People getting attacked by bears or parachutes not opening and getting hit by trains and autopsies. It was awesome. You were the only person sick enough to look at it. It wasn't everybody in society watching this shit. Then you go in, you tell your friends at school, and you talk about it, you hear about it, but nobody really actually saw it. Only very few people saw it. Now everybody sees this stuff every day. You wake up and you see this stuff, and it's dividing us. And I think the division is worse than the things that we're divided about. The division itself is the worst thing that's going on right now in our society. Not the things that we're arguing about. It's always been the same things. We've been arguing about the same things forever. Why is it such a problem now? I didn't used to care about anything. Now, like, I care about stuff? Nah, the world was way better when nobody cared about anything. I'm not voting. I'm not going to vote this time. It's the first time I'm not voting. I can vote in 2 countries now. I'm voting in neither. Way better. Just don't vote. Then you're no longer in the argument. You go to Thanksgiving dinner. You don't have to get drawn into anything. Everybody knows you didn't vote. They can all start arguing. They look at you. Just look back at them like you're a goldfish. Pass the cranberry sauce. I'm a cranberry sauce-eating goldfish. Just do that next time. Next time your uncle or your aunt start arguing about politics, just go, I'm a goldfish. I'm not voting. I'm not voting. I can't vote because I'm a goldfish. Pass the cranberry sauce. I can't vote. I'm a goldfish. They'll both be like, both sides of the political spectrum, they'll be looking at you. You're not a fucking goldfish. You ruined Thanksgiving. God damn it, you ruined Thanksgiving with the stupid goldfish shit. We wanted to ruin Thanksgiving. Tell you, it's the way to go. Everybody's arguing now about this stuff because we're programmed on the algorithm. You watch a video, the more of that video you watch, the more of that kind of video you'll get fed. You'll see more and more of that kind of stuff. Now all of a sudden, that's what you believe, that's the truth. But your buddy, who you haven't seen in a few years, who you used to agree on everything about, now he's on a different algorithm. He's over here looking at a completely different thing. This is your buddy from high school. You used to agree on everything with him. Everything. You guys were best buds. You agreed with everything. You went out and everything. You agreed about everything. You agreed about everything with this guy. Now you don't agree about anything. I ran into my old buddy. I ran into an old buddy the other day from high school. Hadn't seen him in years. Okay. Started talking to the guy. We're talking about the Tartarian Empire. And how they built all of these buildings here, and we wouldn't know it unless the mud floods had come, and then Admiral Larry Bird had gone to Antarctica, went over the ice wall, and started talking to the reptilian overlords from the planet Nibiru, okay? And this guy didn't know about any of this shit. The guy's a fucking idiot. Didn't know about the Tartarians? Fucking moron, man. Didn't know about Building 7, didn't know the melting point of steel. This guy's a fucking moron. So fucked up, man. The melting point of steel? He didn't even fucking know. Building 7? Didn't know. He still thinks the Earth is round. He thinks we actually went to the moon. He thinks we went to the moon. Fucking shadows going in two different directions. The guy's a fucking idiot. How did they film the fucking ship taking off from the moon? Huh? They leave a cameraman there? The guy's a fucking moron. You brought a fucking rover to the moon, huh? I thought we were in a space race, but they still had time to make a rover? They brought a car. They brought an extra car, okay? The guy's a fucking idiot. Believes in everything. Oh, wait, I believe in that. He doesn't believe. I forgot what it was. Okay, anyways. We'll figure this out. I don't want to get into politics. I'm Canadian. This is your fucking problem. Things keep going the way they're going. I'm back in Canada. We're building a wall. Everything's fine. It's just messed up, though. People today, they get up, they go on their Facebook page in the morning. I gotta tell everybody how I feel about the latest political situation. How would you do that in 1986? Get up in the morning, open up your address book, pick up the phone, dial your buddy Andy, Hey Andy, yeah, how you doing? Heard you like collecting guns. Yeah, well I think guns are stupid. That makes me think you're fucking stupid, Andy. You're fucking stupid. Yeah, and I know you voted for so-and-so, and that makes me think you're a fucking racist, man. You're a fucking racist. Anyways, we golfing this Saturday or what? I gotta go. I got 175 more friends I gotta call. Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking in an old-timey voice. It's only 1986. Okay, gotta go. Okay, alrighty then. I don't know. It's all stupid. The whole thing's stupid. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't care about anything anymore. I mean, I do know Trump. He fired me on The Celebrity Apprentice. I know him. He fired me. Season 2, episode 3. It was season 2. I can't believe I forgot. It was such an important moment in my life. I got fired by the President of the United States. I think I'd remember exactly when it was, right? It was season 2, episode 3. The President of the United States of America fired me, okay? He screamed at me. Didn't scream at the other celebrities. Didn't scream at Brian McKnight, whoever the fuck that is. But he screamed at me. He's like, you're fired! His hair went like that and that. I could see all the wires and buttons underneath. So, I don't know why Trump has a problem with Mexico. That thing his head's made in Mexico. I saw the tag, okay? 50-50 chupacabra poly blend, all right? Remember he got elected though, as I told all my friends, I'm like, I know the president knows me. Anyone who knows me should maybe not be president. I don't know, but... These reality shows are messed up though, man. It's messed up. I mean, who knew he was going to be the president of the United States when I was on there? Maybe I wouldn't have gone out drinking with Dennis Rodman on the night I was the project manager. I knew my boss was going to be the president, right? But what are you supposed to do? You're a kid from Canada, you're in New York City, a 7-foot-tall cross-dressing basketball champion asks you out on a date, you say yes. It's Dennis Rodman, the guy's a legend. Well, they're gonna pick you up, take you out for a steak dinner, you head out for a night on the town, have some cranberry vodkas, hit the strip club, at the end of the evening you go back to the hotel, if you're lucky he doesn't have sex with you. I did not get lucky. That's what I call a backcourt violation. That's a little basketball joke there. A little basketball crowd, you into basketball? That's a little basketball joke. You into basketball? because I don't want to talk politics, man. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have a kid. I don't know. You gotta lie to your kids now. You gotta tell them they can do anything they want, which is not true. Because everyone's so woke now. Can't be honest with your kids. Somebody might call you out for telling tell your kid that the world's fucked up. You know, you might get charged with some sort of abuse or something for giving your kid the truth. So you gotta tell them things like, you can do anything you want in this world. Your kid believes it. You gotta watch him walking around for 10 years thinking he's gonna be an astronaut. And you're like, oh God. You know, there's 12 astronauts and you're looking at your kid and you're going, oh shit, Billy. Finally you gotta break it to him, Billy, you're not gonna be an astronaut. Why not? You said I could do anything I want and I want to be an astronaut. Yeah, I know, but there's only 12 astronauts. Let's look at the report card again. Not the top 12. Not even in your class, let alone the country, let alone the world. You're not going to be an astronaut. I said you can do anything you want, but you have to want to be a manager at Radio Shack. Think about it. The guy that started Radio Shack, he was humble. You gotta be humble with your dreams and aspirations, Billy. I figure he was humble. The guy that started Radio Shack, he could have called it Radio Castle. That would have made more sense. You want to buy electronics in a shack? No, that's humble irony. The guy that started Radio Shack had to have been humble. He could have called it Radio Castle. That would have made more sense. But want to buy electronics in a fucking shack? Alright, anyways. We're living in a world where you can post your suicide note on Facebook, drink antifreeze, and get 28 likes before the poison kicks in. At least it's nice knowing you're making the right decision. Nobody knows what to believe anymore. That's the other thing that sucks about the phones. You don't know what to believe anymore. You know, because you get fed all this information, you don't know what's true or what's not true. And it's because people like saying negative stuff. People like spreading negative information. That's the problem. Negative information travels faster than positive information. It always has, but now there's so many sources of negative information. Of course, we're all terrified. We're getting hit by 100 terrifying bits of information every hour, right? Didn't used to be like that. It was like that, but not like that. I mean, it was like that, but not as much. Like, I remember I heard rumors about people and celebrities and stuff when I was a kid, but not every 10 minutes. I remember the first time I heard a rumor about a celebrity. I was in the 3rd grade. I came into school. The biggest rock musician of that era, pretty much, had just performed in my hometown. And all the kids were talking. I don't want to say his name, but they were saying, hey, did you hear what last night so-and-so performed at the concert? And he got admitted to the hospital after, and they had to pump 18 liters of cum out of his stomach. I don't want to say his name, but did you hear that down here? Who was it?
Rod Stewart.
Sounds like Rod Stewart is the winner. Isn't it interesting that in Canada, I heard that Rod Stewart had 18 liters of cum pumped out of his stomach, too. How does that happen? Right? First of all, I'm in the 3rd grade. I don't even know what cum is, let alone I don't know who the fuck Rod Stewart is. But I told everybody. I ran around telling everybody, hey, you hear about Rod Stewart? He had to pump 18 liters of cum out of his stomach. I don't know what cum is, but that sounds a lot like a lot of that substance. Imagine, isn't it amazing that many of you heard that exact rumor? And I heard that when I was in the 3rd grade in Canada, and that was before the internet. So how did that rumor get down here to Pennsylvania from Canada without the internet? People literally had to be picking up their phones and dialing. Hey, Aunt Maggie, yeah, how you doing? Hate to break it to you, I know you're a big Rod Stewart fan. Yeah, well, I got some bad news. Up here in Ottawa, he did a concert last night, and afterwards at the General Hospital, they had to pump 18 liters of cum out of his stomach. Now, that's like gallons, but we're metric system up here. Yeah, we measure our rock star cum pumps with liters. Okay. Aunt Maggie? Aunt Maggie? Aunt Maggie? Mom! What's Rod Stewart gonna think? I'm gonna get a letter. I don't know, maybe I'm clarifying that it wasn't true, right? Maybe Rod Stewart will be happy that I'm bringing this up again in the 2020s. That thing faded away for him in like 1978, and now I'm talking about it on my Prime Video comedy special. Oh well, anyways, I'm a big fan. I love Rod Stewart. Love you, man. Sorry about bringing this up. It's just comedy, man. It's just comedy. I don't know. I'm trying to make the point, though, that people will be willing to believe anything, no matter how outrageous. And imagine that multiplying by millions and millions of times. That's why our world is messed up. We're believing anything, no matter how outrageous. That's an example that people were willing to believe that. They would call around the world and spread that rumor around the world, having to use a landline. I remember a few months after that rumor, the Rod Stewart cum in the stomach pumping rumor. You know, I don't want to keep bringing it up, but I'm just saying. I remember just a few months after that rumor, I was probably in the 6th grade right now. I was still adjusting to the Rod Stewart having 18 liters of cum pumped out of his stomach idea. I was just adjusting to that still. We're gonna edit, we can edit. I'm telling you, I remember I got a call a few years later from my friend, the biggest movie star in the world at the time. I don't want to say his name, but he'd gotten admitted to the hospital. My friend calls me, apparently they had to remove a gerbil out of this guy's anus. I don't want to say his name, but who was it?
Richard Gere.
Everybody else, Richard Gere. Yeah, shame on you for spreading that rumor in this day and age. Can you imagine being Richard Gere? Like, your career's going great. You've just done Pretty Woman. And then you're walking down the street and you overhear someone talk, excuse me, what did you say? What? A gerbil in my what? And then you go, surely this rumor's gonna die down, but it doesn't die down. You know, here we are in the 2020s, and we all know here in Pennsylvania, I heard it in Canada, you heard it in Pennsylvania. I remember my friend calling me, and I think it's about the rumor has to be shocking enough, but it's also gotta be kind of creatively interesting. That's what makes you really grab onto it. I remember I was just a kid, I was like, a gerbil in his anus? Why would he have a gerbil in his anus? How would he have a gerbil in his anus? I'm just a kid, I didn't know about sex, you know? My friend tells me, it's a sex thing, man. How do you do it? Oh, they stick a toilet paper roll up there, and then the gerbil walks in, and you pull it out really fast, and the gerbil gets jammed in there. It starts going like this, and it feels really good. I'm like, man, I'm going to the pet shop. But not before I call 10 people and tell them Richard Gere got caught with a gerbil up his ass. Can you imagine this? People will believe anything about anyone, especially if they're a celebrity. He was the biggest movie star in the world, and yet that rumor traveled around the world like wildfire. That'd be like today if The Rock got caught with a groundhog up his ass. I'm adjusting for scale, of course. Now, I'm not saying The Rock is a giant asshole, but it's got to be bigger than Richard Gere's. Come on. I think we can all agree on that. I'm not saying The Rock is a giant asshole, but it's got to be bigger than Richard Gere's, right? I think we can all agree on that, right? Right, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania? Yes, the people of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania agree. The Rock may not have a giant asshole, but it's gotta be bigger than Richard Gere's. We'll be right back. This has been my career. When I say chicken, you say sandwich chicken! Okay, everything's all right again. That's what we do. Taking the temperature of the room here, that's all. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Okay, I just had to check. It was getting a little weird there for a second. I'm just trying to make a point, okay? Sometimes you have to use shocking and vulgar language in order to make a point. It's the only thing that'll get anyone's attention. attention these days. I don't know. I just want to outlive my parents. For them, not for me. You know, they say, I wouldn't want them to have to go through losing me. They say that's the worst thing that can happen is you can lose a child. Unless the child's rich. I guess if I were to pass away before my parents, they wouldn't really be losing a child, would they? They'd just be losing some fucking old depressed dude. Well, I guess we get the mule and the alligator boots. I guess it wouldn't be that bad dying before my parents. I'd be happy for him. I could see him in Vegas. My dad rocking my alligator boots. He probably got a little extra cash from selling Charlie and the mule. He'd burn through that Freddy Got Fingered cash pretty quick, but there's not much of it. Maybe pick up the phone, call room service, and oh, hey, Mary Jane, I'm gonna order us some caviar and a couple of whores. And I want that for them. Yes, the reason I do this is essentially for that guy. That guy right there. Thank you. You are the reason I'm here. No, you guys are all great. This is awesome. We're having a good time, right? All right. When I say chicken, you say sandwich. You down with OPP? Oh, we're so fucking old. That's what happens when your show's on MTV in the 90s. You go on the road every night's like a Smash Mouth reunion gig. No, it's, oh, gotta go. Got enough of this garbage. We're out of here. We are the fuck out of here. I told you I didn't want to go to the Freddy Got Fingered guy. Oh no, they're shitting and pissing. It's okay, they're just shitting and pissing. Everybody look at them when they come back. Just look at them. Judgmentally. Judge them for their bodily functions. Someone's fucking skinning a pheasant in the back there. The great hunting culture here in Pennsylvania, but you could have fucking skinned a pheasant at home for Christ's sake. Plucking a bird in the back of the crowd here today. I love funny laughs. Everybody's different. Some people laugh normally, some people sound like a dying bird. This is fundamentally, this is a fundamental mistake that I'm making right now as a stand-up comedian. I don't think you should actually be chastising somebody for laughing. This is why things don't work out for me. I just don't understand the basics. The world's messed up. I knew the world was messed. I knew the phones had gone too far when 2 Girls, 1 Cup happened. That was the fact that you all know what that is instantly. It means you all clicked on it, which is disgusting. And then you click on it, and what is it? We know what it is. Just disgusting. When I was growing up, if you saw Two Girls, One Cup and you clicked on it, you get exactly what you wanted. Boatloads of cum, right? But no. You didn't get diarrhea? What the fuck's happening in this world? That's false advertising. I wanted two girls, guzzling cum, not a bunch of diarrhea. It's getting fucking crazy. It's just unethical. To do the bait and switch like that? But everybody clicked on that shit, no pun intended. Grandma saw it. I heard Obama talking about it on Kimmel. Yeah, it was like a whole desk segment. Obama went on Kimmel and talked about Two Girls, One Cup. I mean, unbelievable. While he was the president. That's not true, but let's see if it spreads. Let's see if they'll hear about that in Canada, right? I'll mention it once in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. How about this? After the show tonight, just for shits and giggles, everybody go out and on your social media, just post, remember that time Obama talked about Two Girls, One Cup on Kimmel? I think that was just too much. Let's just see if it becomes a worldwide permanent rumor that is believed by many from now until the end of human civilization, which is very soon, by the way. Things keep going the way they're going. Oh, more people leaving. Okay. Anyway, just a couple people leaving, I guess. Everything's fine. I don't want people to leave. If you can believe that. It's fun. This is fun. Daddy, would you like some sausage? There you go. I'll do all the hits, don't worry. I'm the backwards man, the backward man, the backwards man, the backward man. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I can walk backwards fast as you can. I'll do all the hits. I remember when I first moved to Los Angeles, I got invited to the Playboy Mansion. I'd never been to the Playboy Mansion before. I was 28 years old and I got invited to the Playboy Mansion because the show was a big hit, so I was getting invited to stuff. Remember when the Tom Green Show was a big hit on MTV? Yeah. Remember that? Remember there was a year there where I was doing really good? Oh, hey, I'm fine. I'm sold out in Jim Thorpe, okay? I'm just kidding around. Everything's fine. I'm doing fucking fine, okay? I don't need to be here. I got a mule. These are alligator boots. I'm doing fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm completely fine. I'm an extremely happy individual. Things went exactly the way I wanted them to go. No, actually, failure is a good thing. No, you learn a lot from it, man. You don't want to not fail. You don't fail when you're just living in oblivion. Failure makes you change paths in life, right? Imagine if I had made Freddy Got Fingered and everybody had really loved it. I probably would have had to make a whole bunch of really shitty movies. I'd probably be living in Malibu right now in some $100,000 fucking million square foot house, you know? Well, I don't know how they measure those things because that would not be good. I'd probably be dead in a submarine implosion. If Freddy Got Fingered had done really well at the box office, I probably would have died in a bad submarine implosion. In a homemade submarine implosion. See? Sliding doors, man. Sliding doors. Instead, I'm living on a farm, farming radishes, close to my family, and it's the best decision I've ever made in my life. Trust me, man. You don't want to be living in Malibu, hanging out with all those fucking pricks. Hey, remember the movie Road Trip? That was a movie that actually was really good. Like, a lot of people liked that one. Yes, that was the line for the movie, too, yeah. Are you here for the feeding? Yeah. That was when I was there to feed. I was trying to feed a mouse to a snake, right? And instead I put the mouse in my mouth, even though it wasn't in the script. Right? And it was my first acting gig, and I'm sticking the mouse in my mouth. Right? The director's looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Am I doing a good job? Am I acting good? Am I acting good?" It's like shit and piss running down the back of my throat. Then I wrote a song. Then I wrote a song, actually, because I was on the set and Todd Phillips the director of Road Trip, who went on to direct the Hangover movies and the Joker movies. He said to me, "Hey Tom, you play guitar?" I said, "Yeah, a little bit." He said, "You want to write a song at lunch and we'll film it after lunch?" I said, "Okay." So I wrote this song at lunch. Let's see how many of you can remember it and sing along with me from Road Trip, Tiny Salmon. Tiny salmon swimming in a stream. Tiny salmon chasing the impossible dream. The minor bird says, "Ah! Ah!" Chimpanzee says, "Ooh." The friendly owl says, "Ooh, ooh." But the salmon can only say, and that's sad. Pretty good, pretty good. Not bad. Wrote that song on a napkin, and here we are 25 years later. Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, and you guys know the words. Does anyone watch my YouTube channel? If you first of all, everything I was saying about phones and stuff and them destroying our society and all of this stuff, I would definitely use your phone less, but also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. Just gotta do this thing that they do when they play guitar. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but they always do that. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get to watch Charlie grow up in the desert of southwestern United States. At the beginning of the worldwide global pandemic, I took it real seriously, the worldwide global pandemic. Not everybody did, but I did. I wore the mask, the rubber gloves, I'd order my groceries on Instacart, spray them down with Clorox bleach, I'd stream that on Instagram so all my fans and followers would be safe. And I'd read the comments and they'd say nice things to me like, "You stupid Hollywood piece of garbage. Why don't you go back to Canada, bitch?" So I did. But we went up to the desert and made some videos out there, and I got a van. I got my dog and my van at the same time. My dad said, "Oh, like Travels with Charlie." I said, "What's that?" He said, "The John Steinbeck novel, Travels with Charlie." I said, "I don't read." He said, "I know, that's why I'm telling you about it." So I picked up Travels with Charlie, and it's about a man in a camper who drives around in search of America. So I did a modern version of it for my YouTube channel, and you can watch Charlie and I exploring the American Southwest. For about a year we were out there. We'd go, out into the desert and back to my house in Los Angeles. And it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. And we went out to the Mexican border on the first trip. And it's a very remote area of Arizona, right on the Mexican border. It's called the Cabeza Prieta Wilderness Area. It's a decommissioned section of the former Barry F. Goldwater Air Force Base test range where back in World War II they would test bombs, and now you can go camping there. You actually have to sign a release form on the Barry F. Goldwater Air Force Base website that says if you step on an unexploded ordnance, you won't sue the US government, which I figured was a given. I signed. We drove out into the desert, and we're getting towards the Mexican border, and there's this border security and protection sign. It says danger, drug smuggling, human smuggling, do not travel alone. I look at Charlie, we're good. Drive out to the Mexican border, set up camp there, spend about 5 days there, strumming my guitar, writing and recording some songs, making some videos, all of which you can watch on my YouTube channel. This is one of the songs that I wrote out there. Out on the road, out on the highway, you can leave your troubles in the rear view. We're here for so many days and nothing more. Yes, it was quite serious at the time out there. After about 5 days, I saw this truck coming from the Mexican side of the border right towards us. I locked myself in the van with Charlie. I was terrified. I just turned 50 years old and I'm sitting there peering out through a crack in the curtain. It's a nice van, it's got a curtain. I'm doing pretty good. Everything's going good. I got one of the vans with the curtains and everything. I was terrified. This truck came right up to us. These guys had rifles and they were looking at me and they were I was thinking to myself, man, if my 6th grade teacher could see me now, she'd be thinking, yeah, that's what I figured Tommy would do. They drove away and I lived to see another day. But I realized I was in over my head. This was not safe out here, so I drove back to Los Angeles and the next day I bought a .357 Magnum at Guns Plus in Burbank. Got the holster, got a cowboy hat, got a shotgun, got the leather jacket with the little tassels on it. Got it on Amazon. Then I drove back to the Mexican border the next day with Charlie to the exact same spot and just waited. Nobody came. Then I realized I didn't know how the gun worked, so I started firing it into the ground to figure it out. You know, then I forgot how many bullets it had in it, right? And I didn't know how to check for where he left, so I'm like, now I know you fire it into the air, it goes click, 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 but I didn't know a lot about that back then, so I'm like looking at it and stuff, and then I pull this thing back and it slips, boom, goes off. I didn't even pull the trigger, it was all Alec Baldwin and shit. Getting killed, man. It was just in over my head, this Canadian shouldn't be playing with handguns, so I put the gun away and I drove back to Los Angeles and I sold my house and I moved back to Canada. Just no longer felt safe living in a country that made it that easy for a guy like me to get a gun. Out on the road, out on the highway, I have a new show coming out this year, by the way. It's coming out on Amazon Prime. It's called Tom Green Country. It's about me trying to figure out how to ride a mule. This is the theme song of the show. Oh wait, before that I should play this one. Crack baby, don't come back. Crack baby, don't come back. That wasn't really a hit, that one. That was more of like an underground hit. Like with 8 people. Like if you go down an internet rabbit hole, you can hear that one on a public access show from Canada. Even MTV didn't air that one. Crack baby, don't come back. 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 Your mama smoked the crack cocaine, crack flowing through your veins, enough to drive a man insane. Crack baby, don't come back. That one wasn't really very popular, that one. Heading home to the country, to a place I've always been. Goodbye, California, and all them things I've seen. Going back to Canada to live my American dream. On 100 acres where the grass is always green. Got me a mule named Fanny. She's a funny gal. Knows all your secrets. She will never tell. Can't live forever, so tonight let's give 'em hell, let's give 'em hell. I'll never tell. I'll never tell in the morning, but last night we were rolling in the hay. Hey, hey, hey. I'll never tell in the morning, but last night when I told you it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Spend the night with me. Won't you spend the night with me? Heading home to the country, to a place I've always been. Goodbye California and all them things I've seen. Going back to Canada to live my American dream on 100 acres where the grass is always green. Thank you. I'm gonna go back to my Airbnb and throw a chair off the roof. If you come on my Instagram page, sometimes you'll catch me writing a song in the middle of the night and then falling asleep in a puddle of my own drool and then waking up 6 hours later in the woods with the Instagram still streaming and 6 people talking amongst themselves. You were there. Here's a song I wrote in that situation a few months ago, dedicated to the great Bill Hicks. I don't know what I'm gonna sing about tonight. All I know is it's gonna be alright. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. All I know, we ain't going down without a fight. And I got a feeling tonight I'm gonna smoke too many cigarettes. You can take that bet. And I got a feeling this whiskey will be healing what makes me sad. But don't feel bad, just stay awake till the morning light. Bill Hicks said it's just a ride. This one and only life, it's just a ride. It's just a ride, so let's get her done tonight. I fucked it up. Okay, anyways, whatever, something like that. So let's get her done tonight. 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 Okay, cool, there we go. So I'm trying to figure out how to play this fucking thing. I would say this will be the last song. You guys have been an amazing crowd. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. So much fun, guys. Thank you. It really actually does mean so much to me sincerely that you guys are all here. I mean, this is, you're allowing me to live my dream of being a comedian. If you hadn't come to this show, I wouldn't have to do this anymore. I figure I'm going to keep doing stand-up until people stop coming to the shows, so thank you. Thank you. But moving back to Canada, you can follow along with all of this on my social media, but also on my new show. And it's not about Canada, it's about being home, like being home near my family. They still talk to me, even after the slutmobile. And we're spending some great quality time together here during this next chapter in all of our lives. And if you are from somewhere else, if you're not from Pennsylvania, you've got family elsewhere, I'd say on behalf of everybody in Pennsylvania, get the fuck out of here, man. I'd be happier to just go home. Just go the fuck home. Bright lights fade out. Had a blast going up. Nearly died coming down. Good friends, good times, don't last forever, except in our minds. Someday I will return, flipped everything upside down just to watch it burn. And you know me, from back in the day. Ain't it funny how everything could change? And I went down to that old covered bridge and jumped into the river, how we used to do. swept away. Never seen you since. Guess I lived my life how I was supposed to do. And you know me from back in the day. Ain't it funny how everything could change? And you know me from back in the day. Ain't it funny how everything can change? 500 miles to New Mexico, 500 more, I'm coming home. Took a pit stop down in old Chaco. Pay my respect to the Navajo. And yeah, that's me coming down the old gravel driveway. I can already smell Mom's apple pie. And I know it's been a long time since I went away. Now that you ask, I can't remember why. Bright lights fade out. Had a blast going up, nearly died coming down. Good friends don't last forever, except in our minds. Someday I will return, flipped everything upside down just to watch it burn. And you know me from back in the day. Ain't it funny how everything can change and still remain the same? Thank you very much. Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Good night, everybody. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. Give it up for Charlie.